I got a little worried this week. I thought the Bears were going to win. But man, if they didn't snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory, make great halftime adjustments, and leave Soldier Field with a loss, I'm proud of them. Mac Jones, well, Micah Parsons touched him so much he had to sit on it. And CMC went nuclear and almost turned San Francisco into a wasteland. It's the TTT. And this was, well, it was a little bit of a animated week in NFL. We had Mr. Slinky and Sunshine backing it up in London town. And so much more. But me, Riley, Puddin' Peters, and my brother, my partner in crime, Dr. Preston Rowe, we are the Trash Talk Tailgate. And we're here to let you know what you should think about this week in football. Let's get to it. Dr. Preston, how was this week in football for you?
This week was awesome, man. Got a lot of great games. Some games that went to overtime. You know, just some real barn burners of games. Like you said, Christian McCaffrey broke a 49ers record this weekend. He has now broken Jerry Rice's record for consecutive games with at least one touchdown, with 13. And he is 3 away from the all-time NFL record of consecutive games with at least one touchdown. So we'll see if he can break that. Like you said, Mac Jones got benched because the Cowboys just absolutely put it on Mac Jones, dude. But honestly, that wasn't the worst performance of the week. Daniel Jones, we're going to talk about this later. Daniel Jones got sacked 10 times, and the Seahawks beat the Giants 24-3. And, dude, you want to hear a crazy-ass stat?
Give it to me.
Dude, so the Giants have played 2 home games this year. They have been outscored 64-3 in those home games.
God damn. That is not protecting the home field, man.
Nah, dude.
That's one of the legends of football. One of the legends of football is protecting home field advantage. Exactly. And the Meadowlands might as well just be an open stadium at this point, between them and the Sheds.
Dude, the fucking Giants fans are all on suicide watch right now.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
be real.
Give out them. Give them some
Saquon Barkley's
love.
hurt. It's not looking good up there, dude.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, I think we should start our conversations for the games themselves this week with Thursday night football, man. The best that it is. And this week we had a barn burner of the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
This game made you think you were going to beat me in the toilet bowl in the TTT Fantasy League, didn't it?
Hi, welcome to the TTT Fantasy League Update. I'm the host of this shit, and my name is Jasper. This week, we had an awesome week for the Bong Ribs. I mean, we are unstoppable right now on a 2-win streak. Why? Because we're the best fantasy football team. We're literally better than every other fantasy football team, and the Loins leftover bullshit was just 1 L, and we're going to forget about it. Perfect record. This week, we had our most challenging game yet against none other than the Copious Minds, monstrous team. Preston's real name is David. But even the mighty Copious Minds, intelligently put together team, could not stand against the computer's wisdom, against the Bong Ribs. Captain Andrew Luck defeated the Loins Leftovers, as they should, because the Loins Leftovers is the shittiest, wackest team in the entire TTT Fantasy League. Why? They beat me once. Fuck them. They're trash. Dax down in Dallas gave the Perfect Storm their first L. Very unfortunate. They took them to the cleaner. And Shamar's Let's Ride team absolutely fisted Captain Roger Goodell. Sorry, Dan. You got by 50 points. That's no good. You gotta tighten that up. And now, for the hyped up event that you all have been waiting for, TTT Fantasy League special event, the Toilet Bowl. The results are in, and well, Preston lost. The fantasy football team now finally has its first W, and hopefully they can continue. Because let's face it, we're all rooting for Riley here. He's good, you know. But in all seriousness, Riley and the fantasy football team are now the third champions of the Toilet Bowl. And Preston is flushed, like Pat Fitzgerald's wrongful termination lawsuit against Northwestern is about to be. You know what they were doing in there, bruh. You probably did that shit when you were in school too. You're not wrongfully terminated. If anything, more people should be fired. And in a just breaking TTT Fantasy League news, the Bombers have actually traded Jalen Waddle to Preston for Tank Dell and Gabe Davis. I don't know what the implications are of that trade because I don't know anything about football. However, I know that it will probably help the Northwestern Car Wash waddle its way to a dub finally. Anyways, that's all for this week's TTT Fantasy League update. See y'all next week when the Bombers win again.
Hey, man. It did, man. David Montgomery, he went off. He had 32 carries, 121 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. But then Christian McCaffrey said, hey, hold my beer. Fuck you, Preston.
Yeah, you said David Montgomery, put me in the backpack, and Christian McCaffrey walked up with a knife and cut the backpack.
It was not fun, dude. It was not fun. But this was a very fun night for Lions fans everywhere because they went into Lambeau, which is a very tough place to play. The Packers are always really good at home. And
they do protect home field.
They do, absolutely. And the Lions, they won 34-20. Dude, this game, like, honestly, the final score is closer than the game really felt. Like, you know, the Lions, they won by 14, but, dude, they were in control of this game the entire time.
Yeah, the whole time I was watching
they were in control.
I was waiting for the Packers to kick it on. You know, the week before, we saw them go down 17-0 to the Saints and come back and win. So, like, the whole time, I was just like, okay, when are you going to do it? When are you going to turn on? Just poking them with a stick, like, turn on. Turn on. What are you doing?
Yeah, dude.
And the one thing is, like, right at halftime, or, like, right after halftime, Jordan Love came out and had, like, his best series of the game, probably by far. And I was like, there it is. But nope, there it wasn't. I mean,
bro, it's really hard to get any momentum going, especially when you're down big like that. Mm-hmm. When your offensive line can't protect, dude. They gave up 5 sacks and 8 tackles for a loss. Like, that's, you know, and the Lions' offensive line just road graded all night. They gave Jared Goff all the time in the world. It just really, dude, like,
yeah, they gave David
like we
Montgomery
always say,
space.
Man. If you win the lines of scrimmage, you're gonna win the game most of the time.
Yeah, dude. If you control the offensive line, like the line of scrimmage from offensive point, and you have a running back to the caliber of David Montgomery, it's gonna be hard for you not to fucking do great things.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you gotta be intentionally fucking it up not to be doing great things. This was a great play right here, and this was
a great play, but dude, it was a complete bust. I'm sure they'll show the replay from the sideline.
I feel like that's the only way. Oh damn! I feel like that's the only way that reverse like this works.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I feel like I'm just saying,
watch it. If you watch this play, watch Quay Walker. He's the linebacker number 7. So he's that backside backer you've got to have contained. And look, he's just lost. He has no idea what he's looking at.
All that green. Look at that.
Yeah,
wide.
That play is absolutely on Quay Walker on that one. Because, bro, I mean, Riley, you've heard it a million times in all your time playing football.
Gotta keep
Whenever
contained.
it's a reverse, if you're the backside, bro, you've got to have backside contained.
Keep contained. Keep contained.
Always keep contained. So that's on Quay Walker.
Yeah, for sure. But that's like one of the plays in football I just never trust as a goddamn reverse.
I mean, you've got to hope that the backside dive, completely loses contained.
Literally, what happened there is that's the only way it works every time.
Exactly. Especially for a huge play like that, nah.
Yeah.
It's got to be a bust on defense. Dude.
That was a good interception right there. Just a nice little get up and bat it, and then.
Yeah, dude, the Lions, they intercepted
eat.
They intercepted Jordan Love 2 times, man. Jordan Love, he had, 246 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And dude, here's the crazy thing. So I talked about controlling both lines of scrimmage that Detroit did. The Packers cannot get anything going running the ball. They had 12 carries for 27 yards. 2.3 yards a carry, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Detroit defensive line and their box 7 are very hard unit to run the ball against.
Absolutely.
They're very, very obviously weaker in the pass contain and pass defense. I'm not saying that they're bad, but that is definitely their weak point. Running the ball against them, dude, they do a great job of establishing push. Ooh, what the? That was crazy. Oh, it's the test.
Oh.
Wow. That was an emergency test. Did you get that too?
It is an emergency text.
That just scared the shit out of me. Yeah, that was wild as hell. That scared me.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is that?
We'll leave that one in for the folks. That's a little Easter egg for you. Anyways, you want to know exactly what time we were recording this at. Anyways. But
bro,
they do a great job of creating penetration, giggity, and just every play, it feels like on both offense and defense, the point, the mesh point, the contact point seems to be negative for the Packers. I mean, it seemed like there was times where their offensive line was starting their blocks a yard behind the line of scrimmage, which is crazy.
Yeah,
on run plays, this play right here. I mean, I know this was a pass, but it was a setup concept, and they fucking let's just watch fucking dude.
Yeah.
And this play, oh my god, 3 dudes right there. 3 dudes started their contact. One, I mean, this dude's doing a pull step, so it makes sense. But this dude's step is literally backwards. This dude steps backwards. He's making contact on the line, and these two are actually making it up.
Yeah.
But it's a pitch play, so it's
look at that penetration. I mean, Aaron Jones, he's able to get positive yards out of that. But typically, if your offensive line is getting knocked back like that, it's not going to be a good run for the offense.
This is going to be a sack or damn close to it. Oh, okay.
I ran a screen.
I do. Okay, this makes a lot more sense because I was like, why did 81 just let him the fuck go? No one helped.
It's a screen. I mean, but still, the Lions, they were able to play the screen really well.
I mean, this dude's fucking looking at his teammate. He's like, hey, bud, help me. He's like, I'm already locked up. I mean, it's simple. 5-man.
Dude, look, he's completely turned around, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's looking at his teammate. He's not even
fucking turnstile.
I mean, there's the.
That's just a great. That's just a great.
This was the first drive I was talking about from coming out at halftime for them. This was by far Jordan Love's best drive. I was about to say Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's been a while since he was in that uniform. At least it feels like it has. I think it's only been a year.
Yeah.
Shitty.
And then they're able to get the 2-point conversion.
That's one where it's just enough chaos where someone fucked up. That's how it would be.
But dude, like even when the Packers like were trying to make it a game, they really couldn't because the Lions trenches were just dominating most of the night.
Yeah, Goff's got to let that one go. He ate that sack for sure.
Absolutely. This shit was crazy because if you go back and watch it, I don't know if you've seen this, Riley. If you go back and watch it, the play clock like is at 0. Like the clock is at 0. This play should not have counted, but you know they missed that one.
Oh, you mean like the clock is at 0?
Yeah. Like the clock is at 0. Like what? Like
yeah, I saw.
If you want to go back and watch it, you can.
No, I saw. That's why I backed up. When you said play clock, I was like, no, the play clock says 20 seconds. And I was like, oh no, the clock is at fucking 0.
Yeah, the clock. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, no, that's fucking. Oh, and there's Jordan Love saying, I'm Colin Kaepernick. Yo, what the fuck was that celebration?
I don't know. I really don't know.
They're all just doing hard hands. They all love each other.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I really don't fucking... Is there anything exciting from the end? I really don't think there... I mean, there's... I know, like, another touchdown, I think, but besides that...
Yeah, David Montgomery hit 3 of them. I mean, the Lions... The Packers are just going to kick another field goal, but the Lions, they went into Lambeau and won 34-20. And, dude, the Lions... I'm not lying to you, Riley. The Lions look legit this year.
You're not lying?
Yeah, man. they look really good.
No, they do. They look like a team that will ruin a contender's fucking hopes and dreams.
Like, I don't know, man. I think they're more on the contender side, personally.
I think they are too, but the thing is, like, it's still the Lions. Like, no one's gonna think they could go damn near undefeated all season and everybody's still gonna be like, it's the fucking Lions. Okay?
I don't know, man. I think Dan Campbell's done a...
I think I'm with you. I'm just saying, I'm talking about people. Like, just the public in general. Everybody, because it's the Lions, man. It's the fucking Lions. Like, they've... In our entire life, they haven't been worth a damn.
This is true.
But there's the man right there. The man with the Dan.
Yeah.
They're eating, like, soup out here. He's Campbell. All right, man. Well, next game that we have on the docket, coming off of a 70-20 thralling of the of the Broncos, we get this game from the Dolphins, which just, I mean, between last week and this week, it almost feels like a tale of two cities.
Mm-hmm.
Just two completely different teams. Because I really don't. I mean, obviously the Bills. You know, they're after this week they're 3-1. You know, that they're a pretty legit team. They've put some hands on some people. I can't say nothing. They beat my team 37-3. You know, but
Josh Allen looked like an MVP this game. I'll just say that. He's looked like an MVP most of the season.
Yeah, they're doing the opposite of what we thought they would do. And look at Jalen Waddle. How good does it feel to have him, Preston?
It feels really fucking good, man. All thanks to the bong rips and our boy Jasper.
And probably a few too many bong rips. Anyways. But, it felt like, obviously it really felt like the Dolphins took a step back. Maybe Mike McDaniel doesn't want it colder. Maybe that's
what I was saying last year, bro.
No, fucking. he's so much better when it's warm. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's what I was saying, bro. In
this game, I really don't even have much to say besides like how stark of a difference it felt watching the Dolphins last week versus watching the Dolphins this week. And I know the caliber of opponent is like literally the opposite end of the fucking NFL spectrum as it exists, today.
Yes.
But still, it's like, poof.
I mean, like you said, man, the Dolphins, they put 70 up on the Broncos, and the Broncos damn near lost to the Bears. And let Justin Fields look like a really good quarterback. So, I mean, it's looking back in hindsight, you're kind of like, oh, okay, well, Tua probably should have did that against the Broncos. But I mean, I think the story of this game, man, was just the Tua was sacked 4 times. He hadn't been sacked. He had only been sacked once in 4 games leading up to this, or in 3 games leading up to this game. So the fact that the Bills were able to put pressure on him and keep Tua, on his back most of the game, like, I think that was a huge reason why. Because, I mean, dude, like, we've seen it. If you let Tua get comfortable in the pocket and he's just able to sling it and just throw darts to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle,
to the fastest
really
wide
hard to
receiving
beat
core
them.
in football.
It's really hard to beat them.
Yeah. I mean, on the same point as that, but giving credit to the other side, Bills pass rush, man, that was something that I thought was going to be probably one of their weaker points. I thought they would have a solid run defense, and I think they got a pretty solid secondary, but their pass rush has really shown themselves this year. I mean, they've done great against everybody.
And here's the thing, Riley. They're doing this without Von Miller. Von Miller he's supposed to be back practicing this week, but obviously he's recovering from a torn ACL that he had at the end of last year. So, dude, like, imagine what happens when they get Von Miller back.
Yeah. I love Von, dude. That's one of my favorite fucking players.
I love Von Miller.
I'm glad he's still around. But yeah, no, I mean, we talked about the Eagles committing war crimes, and they have for the most part. But the fucking Bills, man, they're gonna, they're in getting put on trial position as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing I'll say is, Josh Allen, he would 21 of 25. Dude, he had as many incompletions as he had touchdown passes. You know how crazy of a stat that is?
Isn't that what Tua did last week?
He had 4 incompletions and 4 passing touchdowns. He also threw for 320 yards, and he didn't throw an interception. Stephon Diggs, 6 catches, 120 yards, 3 receiving touchdowns. So, Miami, if you want to have any shot of beating the Bills in your second game against them this year, probably going to have to shut down their best receiver. Stephon Diggs had 3 touchdowns. That's ridiculous. Gabe Davis had 3 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown.
I love Gabe. Gabe Davis, big fan of him.
I will say this as well. I think another reason that the Dolphins have able to have the success that they've been able to have this year is because teams have let Tyreek Hill run wild on them.
Yeah.
The Bills did a great job of not letting Tyreek Hill really get, behind them because he is such an incredible deep threat. He is so fast. He only had 3 catches for 58 yards, which you're like, okay, that's almost 20 yards a catch, but still, in terms of Tyreek Hill, that's not a good game.
Yeah, that's not a lot. That's not a lot of catches for him by any means. He's somewhere. I think he would like to be like at 10.
Yeah.
But I think realistically he's somewhere around usually probably like 8 to 10 is like his consistent. So 3 is definitely a big nod to that Bills defense and like how they handled him. And I think the thing is when you have someone as good as Tyreek and he is kind of getting left open, I mean you gotta give your superstar all the food he can eat. Let him eat while he's hot. And, they've been doing that all season. And this is the first game where whether he wasn't hot or they were doing great against him, I mean, he wasn't being what he has been all season. And, we see, now the Dolphins have to look themselves in the mirror and be like, okay, what, besides throwing the ball to Tyreek, obviously they have great weapons. The running game wasn't as potent as it was this week. So, like, when that's happening, especially when the running game's turning the ball over like they were, like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel's got to look in the mirror and go, what when Tyreek gets taken out and the run game isn't doing what it needs to do, how do we get Waddle involved? How do we get maybe the running backs out of the backfield, the tight ends, all that stuff, So
Yeah.
we'll see how they come back next week.
I mean, dude, like the other thing that I'll say is, the Dolphins have been really good on third down this year. Offensively, they've been really efficient. They were 30% on third down against the Bills, 3 of 10. So you just have to give the Bills defense credit for just being able to really shut down what looked like the best offense, not just this year, but maybe one of the best offenses in NFL history. They were on pace for that. And, dude, just look at that. Look at James Cook. The other thing I'll say, I have a question for you, Riley.
Yeah.
Which, in your opinion, is more impressive? Which is a more impressive win? What the Dolphins did to the Broncos last week, winning 70-20, or what the Bills did to this Dolphins team, winning 48-20?
I mean, I think it is the Bills. I mean, just because it's two quality opponents playing each other and they put up 48.
Almost dropped 50.
Yeah, when like I said last week, sure the Broncos aren't good, but like that is more than what you expect, even going against a shitty NFL team because it's still the NFL.
That's fair.
And
yeah,
but in this case, like that isn't even here. Like that was an impressive performance. Putting up 70 on a team is always impressive, but
yes,
putting up 50 on a team that's undefeated, impressively undefeated.
Yeah.
That looked solid on both sides of the ball for the most part.
Looked like the best team in the league.
Yeah, like, not a team that's Anyways.
What a throw.
What a throw. What a fucking what a fall down by the corner. But yeah, I mean, this is a very impressive win for the Bills.
It absolutely is.
I think they get to look at everybody and be like, didn't think we were gonna be a contender, huh? So we'll see. Hey
man,
I can't wait to see part 2, the rematch in Miami.
That's going to be a great game. Obviously, Mike McDaniel is really good at adjustments.
Yeah,
he's going to look at this film and he's going to see where they really struggled. I mean, it's I'm excited, man. I mean, I do think that these two teams, at least right now, are the front runners to win the AFC East. Dude, the Bills look really good. I mean,
dude, I think these two teams are the front runners to be number 1 in the AFC. I'll take that. I'll take the East out of it, dog. I mean, the only other team that's really there is like the Chiefs.
That's fair.
That
is fair.
I mean, yeah.
The Chiefs, they didn't look great. We'll get to that one as well.
Yeah, I think that one's. Next. No, it's not. Commanders, Eagles.
Yeah, we got to talk about your Commanders. But
the Red Manders.
Yeah, man. But please, if you watch this, please like and comment. What you thought about this game.
Yeah, what you thought about.
If you think the Bills might be able to dethrone the Chiefs as the AFC 1 seed this year.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Or maybe the Dolphins do it, man. All of them have a loss. I mean,
that's true.
They're like at the top of the AFC they're all carbon copies of each other right now. The Bills have the advantage because they have beat the Dolphins in the the one matchup they have. But if the Dolphins beat them the next time they play them, then I mean,
yeah,
that's we're really looking at carbon copies. So
absolutely,
and it's gonna be it's gonna be a good end of the season for the AFC. There's gonna be a few teams there just absolutely throwing haymakers at each other trying to get that 1 seed, I think.
Yeah, man. So through 4 weeks of this NFL season, everyone always talked about all offseason, and rightfully so, how strong the AFC was this year. But let's be real. The 2 remaining undefeated teams are both in the NFC.
Yeah, I think the NFC is they're just mean. They're just mean. And I think this game, I mean, we're about to get to see one of the remaining undefeated teams right now, and that is the
Yes.
Philadelphia Eagles. In this game, they played against the Washington Commanders, my beloved Washington Commanders, and I mean, the Eagles won this one, but Washington gave them every fucking thing that they could handle, man.
Yes.
It was an overtime win. I don't think the Eagles would say that was an easy win.
No, the Eagles, they're undefeated, but they've looked vulnerable in basically all of their games.
They have, but on the flip side of that coin, I gotta say, you gotta give it to them. They have looked vulnerable, but they have shown that they know how to win.
Exactly.
And
that's huge.
That is huge. As much as showing these are your weaknesses, showing that even if you catch them on a weekday, they will still they will figure a way out to beat your ass. That is that has kind of been this Eagles team all season so far, and I mean, there's a certain bit of respect you got to give that squad, even if at times it looks a little sketchy.
Yeah, dude. And a huge way to help win a game like this that goes to overtime is you sack the opposing quarterback. Sam Howell was sacked 5 times for 32 yards. He did play well. I thought Sam Howell looked really good. He really. I was kind of worried, about how he would bounce back from that just shellacking that the Bills gave him last week. But he was 29 of 41, 290 yards, threw a touchdown, didn't throw an interception.
Thank God. He cannot throw an interception for a few weeks just to make up for that fucking game, dude.
Jalen Hurts also, Jalen Hurts, he might be an MVP front runner as well.
I think Jalen Hurts is my MVP front runner.
Okay, I mean, dude, I think I'd throw in Christian McCaffrey in that bitch.
True, C-Mac. I never think about you. You only think this is a problem with the modern NFL. We only think about fucking quarterbacks. You're so right. C-Mac is my fucking front runner. You just changed my mind right there. I didn't even think about the goddamn running back.
If there's a year that a player, a position other than quarterback could win MVP, I think it's this year with C-Mac.
Yeah, for sure. He's had an explosive season.
He is.
He's making Brock Purdy look like a fucking legend.
He is, dude. But Jalen Hurts was 25 of 37, 319 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Hold on, let's watch this play again real quick. This is just like we drew it up of the week, man. This is the old school fumble it into the end zone and let someone
Christ.
Get it. That's a classic play. That's in everybody's playbook. just throw it into the fucking end zone and hope someone gets it. Thank God we were.
Brian Robinson wanted all the smoke on that play, bro.
Yeah. Luckily we got the ball and it was a touchdown. So, but that's just I had to highlight that one. That one I watched it back for about 5 minutes straight. I was like,
I will say this, Riley. Going into this year, I was very adamant about this. I like the Commanders. I think y'all can still be a wild card team. I think y'all will upset someone that you're not supposed to. Looking at you, Dallas.
Listen, we're 2-2, and our 2 losses are the Bills and the Eagles.
Exactly.
And
honestly, bro, you probably should have. Should have beat this Eagles team.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, yes, the Bills was a shellacking, but I mean, listen, every dog has its day, and every dog has a down day. And Sam Howell just had a terrible game against the Bills, and that's just a fact. But
yeah, dude,
we're a good fucking squad overall.
I will say this, going into this season, the thing I said I was worried about was your secondary. Because it seems like y'all haven't had a good secondary since Sean Taylor. Let's just be real.
I don't even think we really had that great of a secondary then. He was just one player.
Yeah, but I mean, he covered up for a lot of shit.
True.
But dude, like, this has got to concern you if you're a Commanders fan. A.J. Brown had 9 catches, 175 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Devontae Smith had 7 for 78. He didn't score a touchdown, but dude, like, your secondary needs a lot of work, bro. Like, you guys have got to shore that motherfucker up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, To be 100%, and maybe this is just my total bias. This is just honestly, this is just our biases showing straightforward. You're saying our secondary needs to shore up, and I'm like, our offensive line needs to shore the fuck up.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh my god, no, I missed that. How did I miss this?
Miss what?
This they faked the QB sneak.
Well, you knew it was gonna happen, bro.
I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. I just missed it. Like I don't remember seeing this.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, now the NFL is gonna be big, man. They're big. Oh my god, you have to ban this play. Riley, I have a question for you. Speaking of the brotherly shove or the tush push that everyone seems to just hate for some reason, what are your thoughts on that, Riley? What are your thoughts on the NFL and teams trying to get that play banned from football?
I think everybody that wants that play banned just doesn't want to play hard defense. That's a fact.
I mean,
that's an absolute
here's my
fact.
thing,
but
dude.
Like it is one play that is effective in one very specific scenario.
Yes.
Like it's only good when they have a yard left to gain for whatever. That's it.
Exactly.
Here's fucking game plan against it. You know what's coming. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So here's my thing, dude. Like other teams have tried it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a coincidence that other teams that have tried it aren't nearly as successful because they don't have the offensive line and they don't have the quarterback that can squat, 700 pounds.
Yeah. Like it is so ridiculous because the Eagles front is so strong and Jalen Hurts is so big and strong. That is the only reason it is unstoppable. It's truly like it's the number one reason why everyone hates it. But like you just that every once in a while there's an unstoppable play from like one team and you just gotta. I mean, it's like Derrick Henry in his like MVP candidate season when they were talking about what was it, like fucking a buck power, using Madden terms. I don't know what they call it, but like the buck power sweep, whatever, where they got two linemen out in front of them and just let them run to the outside and like hit people. Like everybody was like, we gotta stop. Like they shouldn't be able to do that. I'm like, no, you're just angry that Derrick Henry's fucking stiff arming all your people.
Exactly.
Learn how to stop it, and people did learn how to stop it. And look at them now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you another example, Riley. This goes back about 10 years or so. Remember when Oregon started the spread hurry up offense in college?
Yes.
And everyone was bitching about it? Like Nick Saban came out and said, "Oh, this isn't good for football." And at a certain point, you have to adapt or die.
Yep.
That's always been how football works. You have to adapt. And now, dude, guess what? Now everyone runs some version of the spread, unless you're like Navy, unless you're some triple option team. But dude, everyone runs some version of the spread.
I'll make an argument that the triple option was the original spread.
That's fair.
I mean, honestly, like if you look at it, like the point of those offenses, it's kind of pretty similar. Create confusion, get your playmakers into space where they can run.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, so everyone runs some kind of weird. But anyways, you either survive, adapt, or design your program in the NIL of God himself. And those are the three options you have. That's all you have.
Oh my God. Hey, man.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm done watching the Commanders lose.
Yeah. So the Eagles, they pulled it out in overtime against the Commanders, 34-31. I'll say this, man, the Commanders, they looked really good from that bounce back. They looked really good in a bounce back loss against the Bills, where they just got absolutely demolished.
They really did.
I still think the Commanders are a really solid team, and the Eagles are 4-0. They're undefeated. So, shout out to them.
Them and the 49ers, baby.
Yeah.
Those are two teams you just don't want to fucking play.
Yeah.
All right, man. Speaking of teams that you don't want to play, or at least quarterbacks you don't want to play, let's talk about Zach Wilson.
Hey, man. Dude, he saw Taylor Swift in that, and he's like, oh, maybe I can get that.
No,
he didn't see Taylor Swift. Yeah, he saw Donna Kelsey.
Yeah, he saw Donna Kelsey. That was the joke everybody was saying.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Everybody's looking at Taylor Swift. He's looking at Donna Kelsey.
I will give Zach Wilson this, man. I know the Jets lost, but when literally everyone was counting out Zach Wilson, everyone's like, "Oh my God, he can't even be a backup in this league." And I was one of the people saying that. I was one of those people saying that. I didn't like his attitude. You know, hey man, I guess Zach Wilson watches the TTT.
I hope so.
Yeah, dude, I really hope so. But Zach Wilson, he played out of his mind. This was probably his best game, either in college or in the NFL. This was obviously his best game as an NFL player.
Yeah, this was definitely his best game as an NFL player. I don't really remember his college career too much to speak on that, but this is definitely his, as an NFL starting quarterback, this was the most impressive that he's looked.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck it is, and I'm just going to blame it on the Chiefs' defense being kind of Swiss cheesy.
I mean, he was 28 of 39, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Also, that's his
He's only
best
sacked
performance.
twice. He was only sacked twice, man. The Jets' offensive line hasn't been very good this year. So that tells me that he was getting the ball out really fast.
Isaiah Pacheco, baby.
Yeah, dude.
I love him.
Alan Lazard had 3 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 9 catches, 60 yards, no touchdowns. Dude, like, honestly, you could argue Zach Wilson outplayed Patrick Mahomes, which is a statement I never thought I would say. Because Patrick Mahomes, 18 of 30, only 203 yards. He threw a touchdown, but he also had 2 interceptions. Probably should have had a third one because he threw it right to C.J. Mosley, who just dropped it. Dude, Patrick,
dude, fucking Zach Wilson's dirt face. Sorry, it just popped up on the screen. Oh, that went too.
I mean,
wait for it,
dude. Like,
hold on. That face right there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it on that while you finish talking. Sorry. Go on.
I mean, dude, and here's the other thing. If you didn't watch this game, the Chiefs were up 17-0 going into the second quarter. So you're like, oh, it's gonna be a blowout. And then Zach Wilson said, no. Donna Kelsey's in the stadium. I have to fucking play the game of my life for Donna Kelsey.
You know what this face is?
What?
This face is Zach Wilson trying to calculate if Taylor Swift is old enough to be hot to him yet.
I mean, and I'm going to give, you have to give the Jets credit, man. Their defense played out of their freaking minds.
Yeah.
And they were able, and then Zach Wilson in a huge deficit early in the game, 17-0. He just kept on fighting, man. He played the best game, I think, maybe of his career. And the one bad thing you can say is that he lost a fumble. Yeah. And that fumble was crucial, but I mean, if you're a Jets fan, you're going to take that, right?
Yeah, compared to a lot of his other performances, yeah, you'd take him just losing one fumble. No interceptions. But
yeah, I mean,
it is crazy to think that his best performance is for 245 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
The bar is that low, dude. Like, he has played that terribly that the bar is that low, but you have to give him credit. And after the game, I mean, I killed him for this last year when he didn't take responsibility for playing like dog shit. He took responsibility. He said the game was his fault. He said that this loss was on him. So I do think there's Aaron Rodgers. I do think that he has matured, and I'm going to give him that. I'm absolutely going to give him respect where it's due.
He's definitely he is becoming a better player. I do think Aaron Rodgers is still the best quarterback they have, even hurt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, not to fucking give too much credit to Aaron Rodgers, but I think having him as like essentially another quarterback coach now.
Yeah.
Because from all reports and everything, he is still involved in the team in the day. Like, he's trying to be as involved as possible.
Yeah.
Which is cool. When a star like that gets hurt, it's easy enough for them to just disappear. They talk about the OBJ and like the first knee injury, I guess the big knee injury, and like he was like in Italy and shit. Like he just left. He just went.
Yeah.
But like, big ups to Aaron Rodgers for being there. Also, big ups to that dude for whiffing that fucking sack, dude. Hold on.
Riley, go to the fourth quarter because that's where a lot of controversy happened. Did you watch this game?
I'd like bit and piece, but I didn't really get to watch it. No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was able to kind of catch this game on the back end.
Giggity.
Yeah, dude. So go to like I think it's like 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth. So the Chiefs, they kick a field goal, go up 23-20. Yeah. So this is. So a lot of Jets fans are mad that they're like, oh, it was called defensive holding by Sauce Gardner on this interception. A lot of Jets fans are mad and up in arms about this. Watch this replay. Watch Sauce. Watch how he just grabs him and turns him. What do you think about that, Riley?
Fucking always a bang bang. These things are so fucking. I don't even. Like. Oh shit.
No, you gotta go back a little bit more.
I'm trying not to go too far,
Yeah. Right here. You see how he like?
Yeah,
like he kind of like turns him. He like grabs him and holds.
Yeah, he just made It was just way too fucking obvious that he was doing something.
Yeah.
I don't think it was
dude,
like. It wasn't super egregious. I get the penalty, and most of the penalty is him. Like he just wasn't smooth with that at all.
No.
He did not have the sauce.
He's known to do that, and he does get away with it a lot of the time. He is one to grab and kind of hold, and if you can get away with it, that's fine. But so that did nullify the interception. So the Chiefs get the ball back.
Fuck.
What?
This whatever this is.
What is it?
This formation and shit.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Fucking Mahomes. Dude, that's Travis Kelce at quarterback. Hey, this is one of the other tight ends, right? And it's just, or is that a line? No, it's tight end. I couldn't see.
That's just a split zone play.
I know. It's just
that's just a dressed up split zone play. And yes, that is what a split zone is. I'm calling you out, split zone duo, because y'all don't know what the fuck a split zone is. Fucking retarded. But yeah, dude. So yeah, a lot of Jets fans are really upset about that penalty. And then Mahomes, like, bro, I don't like this, man. Bro, you just beat the Jets by 3. Don't showboat like that. I don't like that. That's just me. But yeah.
Listen,
so
they don't
Chiefs,
ask how
they survived
the
Jets.
God, this is a perfect pause. Yeah.
He's seeing ghosts, bro.
Yeah, he's seeing something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this was a very narrow escape, but they don't ask how, they ask how many.
Exactly.
And the Chiefs.
So the Chiefs move on to 3-1. The Jets fall to 1-3. And Riley, I think we got is it your turn? Oh, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my bruh of the week. We haven't really talked about this game. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about in this game, except for one thing. The Bengals traveled to play the Tennessee Titans in Nashville. And this is, if you watch this game, you saw just the malpractice that the Cincinnati Bengals organization. I mean, they've always been, just a very poorly run organization. The Cincinnati Bengals have officially reverted back to the Cincinnati Bungles because they have absolutely just fucked over their franchise quarterback. So Joe Burrow gets hurt in training camp, like the second day of training camp. He's never had a full training camp to work with his team because he's always had something, whether it's recovering from a knee injury. He had his appendix removed last offseason, and then he strained his calf this offseason. And Riley, remember how Jamar Chase would just go out when it happened and said, "Hey, don't play him for the first 5 or 6 weeks. Like, we got this. Go get healthy. We need you for the end of the year, when it's time for the playoff push." Yeah, that's what Jamar Chase basically said.
Yeah,
But the Bengals decided, nah, we're smarter than that. Jesus Christ, man. I just look at that. You're going to get him killed. So Joe Burrow, he's obviously hurt. He's obviously limited with the calf. If you watch him, he can't drive the deep ball. He can't drive. That's why Jamar Chase hasn't had really anything. He hasn't really done anything the last up until the last 2 weeks of the season. He had 7 catches for 73 yards. Excuse me. Joe Burrow was 20 of 30, 165 yards, dude. He can't run around and escape in the pocket, which is a huge part of his game, his mobility. I mean, dude, 20 of 30 for 165 yards. Now, granted, I get the Titans are a really good defensive team, but if you're the Bengals, this is what you should have done. You should have just sat him. Because guess what? You're 1-3 right now, and you're 0-2 in the division. You could have been that with a healthy Joe Burrow coming back. You didn't have to have this record with a hurt quarterback that's now going to have to play the rest of the season hurt. And I don't get it, bro. He is your franchise. You just signed him to a $275 million contract extension. He is your franchise. And you're going to go out there and get him killed. Joe Burrow, let me see. He was sacked 3 times. And he just kept on getting hit. He was getting hit. He was hit 9 times. The Titans had 9 quarterback hits.
Yeah.
Dude, and Riley, do you remember how Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles?
Nah.
He hurt his calf.
Yeah.
In the offseason. He hurt his calf during training camp. The Jets were like, okay, it's fine, And then, instead of it fully healing, he tore his Achilles. Because the calf wasn't fully healthy. Can you imagine how many heads are going to roll if Joe Burrow goes out there one of these weeks? And I hope to God this doesn't happen.
Yeah, no.
But he tore, he strained his calf. He's not fully healthy. He can't drive the ball. He's not mobile in the pocket. The Bengals have one of the worst offensive lines in the league anyway. Can you imagine if he goes out there and tears his Achilles, has another season-ending knee injury?
Ooh, look at that man run from Derrick Henry. Sorry.
I don't get it, bro. What you should have done is you should have just sat him and let him get fully healthy because that is your franchise. That is your franchise. You were a joke until Joe Burrow just fell into your lap. And now you're 1-3, you're 0-2 in the division, and you still have a hurt quarterback. So what have you accomplished? You know what the Bengals have done, Riley?
What have they done?
They have started a strategy of, hey, you know what? Let's do a strategy that's all risk, no reward. That's what they're doing. That's literally what they're doing. So you've got to sit him. If I'm the Bengals and if I'm Zach Taylor, I say, hey, I know you want to play, but you've got to sit this one down for a few weeks.
Yeah, no.
We've got Jake Browning. We're going to be good.
It's not too late, Bengals. Please, dear Lord. As much as I hate Joe Burrow, as much as I don't want anyone to get fucking absolutely ruined off some dumb shit. I'm still a Washington fan. I still have nightmares of the RG3 mishaps.
Exactly.
And if I can tell if I can tell the Bengals anything right now, it's come on guys. Just sit his ass.
Bruh, just sit him. Like, you should have sat him. You didn't want to sit him. And now he's hurt. He's clearly not being as effective as he could be. I'd say he's probably at like 45-50% of what he usually is fully healthy. Because a big part of his game is his mobility and his ability to extend plays outside the pocket. He clearly cannot do it. He can't drive the deep ball. He can't get Jamar Chase the ball deep down the field. And you're 1-3 anyway. So now you're just playing a hurt quarterback and you're risking more injury to him, a more serious injury. Yeah. You are literally doing all risk, no reward. Why? It's fucking stupid. So the Bengals, you are this week's bruh, and you have officially reverted back to the Bungles. Please, for the love of God, sit his ass down. Please, I don't want to see one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league have to suffer the Andrew Luck fate, because y'all are too incompetent to know any better. Please sit his ass down.
Not the Andrew Luck fate.
That is this week's bro of the week.
Oh yeah.
And Riley, you know how I feel about Andrew Luck, but all right. He was set up to fail. So
I guess the last thing I got is Big Riley's bub of the week. And this week we've got the Seahawks. Honestly, like their whole defense, because that was a corner blitz, and he hit them with.
That's the rookie Devin Witherspoon.
He said, "I'm gonna show you a bub." This is another one. Boom, bub material.
Yep.
10 sacks. Yep. Yeah, I know Dr. Preston already mentioned it earlier, but 10 sacks. I mean, you can't ask for your big guys to do anymore. Look at this. 10 gets the pressure. 97 comes and says, "I'll finish." 56 says, "Don't worry, I'll spin it."
Hey, Riley.
What?
You want to know?
Ooh, look at that.
You want to know like a shocking concept?
What?
If you have no receivers, you have no offensive line, and you have a running back that tends to be injury prone, and he's injured again. Saquon Barkley's injured again. You know what you maybe shouldn't do?
What?
You maybe shouldn't give your starting quarterback 4 years, $40 million, $160 million total. Maybe you should build your team up first, so your quarterback doesn't get fucking killed and maybe has time to throw, or at the very least, receivers to throw to. I don't get it, man. I don't understand what the Giants are doing. I don't get it. The Seahawks aren't known for having a great defense, and they just got sacked fucking 10. The Giants just got sacked by them 10 times on Daniel Jones.
Danny Dimes. That's the worst dime he's ever had.
Yeah, man. And then Daniel Jones. This wasn't a good throw, but you can't really blame him. He doesn't have time. And I said it, dude. The Seahawks had one of the best draft classes this past draft, getting Devin Witherspoon and Jackson Smith-Njigba in the first round.
Shout
out to them.
Yeah. Also, that's just like, if you remember back to the first play of this, that was the first sack. So we got a sack and a pick six. That's a big game for a rookie.
Yeah, man. Hey, Riley, you want to know a fun fact about the Giants?
Sure, give me a fun fact.
You know who their next two opponents are?
Who?
The Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. So they're going to be staring 1-5 right in the face, bro.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something.
Jesus Christ,
They need
man.
magic to not go 1-5. That's wild.
Jesus.
Cheese and rice.
Dude, just... This game was just brutal, man. Like I said, the Giants have been outscored at home this year 64-3. And a huge part of it is because they have no offensive line. I feel bad for Daniel Jones, man. Like, they're going to get him killed. Like, we talk about Joe Burrow getting hurt. Daniel Jones is going to get hurt.
Yeah, dude, he's going to get Joe Theismann.
Riley, I have a bub question for you.
Yo.
Do you think this speaks more to just how dominant the Seahawks pass rush can be, or just how inept the Giants' offensive line is?
You know, sorry, I'm honestly, I was kind of looking at them, and I mean, I gotta say, it's like the fucking Seahawks are so well coached. Like,
yeah,
not saying that these dudes aren't. I mean, you know, obviously they're executing the well coached, but like, it's not like it's like a couple dudes just really dominating. Like, their scheme is so oppressive. Like, they fucking swarm even on the line, and like it causes so much fucking havoc that, like, I mean, I'm not saying like the Giants offensive line is not very good, but like the fucking scheme, dude, that dude just got beat by a straight swim though. This was just getting beat.
Yeah, he did.
Holy shit, that was a beautiful swim though. Or a spin, sorry, not a swim. Motherfucker, come on.
You just gotta. Here we go.
Oh!
Yeah. Ooh! He did the spin and then he finished it with the swim.
Ooh.
Oh. That's brutal, man. And I will say this, dude. The Seahawks, like
that's just.
Oh. That's just getting beat off the edge, man.
Double beat.
That's just. Jesus. I will say this, dude. The Seahawks under Pete Carroll, there's a reason that they're always competitive. Because Pete Carroll is I think one of the best coaches in the NFL. He just preaches physicality, especially on the defensive side. Like, I mean, like their corners and their safeties run up.
The Legion.
They're looking to pop someone, bro. I mean, you saw it. Devin Witherspoon popped the Giants running back, looking like Cam Chancellor back there. I mean, they're just so physical, and they preach physicality up there. And the Giants, I don't know what they preach, to be honest. I really don't know.
It's hard to know.
I mean, dude, Riley, like, as an offensive lineman, once you get beat this bad, like, how do you, like, what's your mindset going into the next week?
Dog,
if you're a Giants
I don't think I ever, like, in high school at least, like, JV and varsity, never did my team give up 10 sacks. Not, Jesus. I don't think a single time we got like, nah. Even my senior year when my school kind of sucked, like, we didn't give up fucking 10 sacks.
Like, I mean, just what is your mindset? Like,
I couldn't even imagine.
You give up 10 sacks.
I couldn't even imagine. I would be so mad. I'd be so mad at myself.
Yeah.
Like, like, that just, and it's everyone getting beat. That's the thing I'm seeing, is it's like, it really is, like, the whole offensive line took a turn fucking shitting cheeseburgers.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I mean, the Seahawks, they're able to win this game 24-3. They moved to 3-1. The Seahawks look really, really good, man, too.
Their defense
don't sleep on
really
the Seahawks. Good. Yeah.
Their offense.
The Giants.
Offense still leaves some to be fucking desired. I mean, the defense they scored one of those touchdowns, you know? They got a bunch of turnovers. They scored one of those touchdowns. And the offense, I mean, it's not like the Giants' defense is crazy amazing itself. So, you know, they're definitely a defensive carried team, but that defense is fucking nasty. All right, man.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Well,
this was a good one.
Yeah, dude, this was a great one. Folks, please like, comment, subscribe. Tell us your favorite game of the week. Tell us a game that you want us to cover next week. Whatever.
Yeah.
Please tell us if you think we're right or we're wrong. Comment. subscribe, share it if you're really amazing. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
But most importantly, please keep coming back, keep clicking and watching the TTT. This one's been beautiful, but we got to clean up and get out of here, y'all. Peace.